confused.
I understand.
You understand?
Yeah.
Great, thank you. Awesome, clear. So, are we getting GET? Sure, let's say yes, and then is there a referral fee? Attach a referral and a W-9. So, can you attach things here? I don't know how to attach things to,
So,
interesting.
so is this a different referral fee?
No, that would be the referral fee, that would be whatever referral is going on here. You gotta attach a contract. So if you've got a referral agreement with me, that I'm giving you my listing or my buyer, and you're gonna work my buyer, and you're gonna pay me 25% for that,
Right,
you and I better have that in writing.
right. But there were two other spots already above where we put in referral fee. Is this a
It's
different?
no,
Oh, it's the same, so it's just another,
the section is called notes.
okay.
And it's asking, is there a referral agreement? If there's a referral agreement, we need a referral agreement, okay? So I don't know how to attach something here, so I would just email it to the MCA. And just say, here's my DA number. You gotta give her the DA number and tell her, here's the property, blah, blah, blah. I just submitted it, here's the referral form that goes along with it.
Yeah, if you click on, there is a way to upload, so on that,
Or-
on the screen, it has help documentation, and if you click in the sidebar, so the second one
Oh,
down,
help documentation,
Yeah.
there you go.
and
So if
then,
I click on there, can I upload something?
and then it's, yeah, I mean, I haven't done this yet, but on
Oh, no, this
green
is,
sheet, is that an old
well, this is
instruction
gonna-
form?
Well, it's just gonna tell me how to do it, that's all.
Yeah, so on
So-
page, yeah.
You do it when you hit the submit button. All right. So it should come up for you when you hit the submit button. So is there a referral fee? Yes. And transaction coordinator fee? Is there, see, it wants the amount. That's really weird. Really? It wants the amount? Yeah, please enter only numerical values. Okay, well, that's crazy because now I need to go back here and go, what was my referral amount? My referral is $5,092.50. $5,092.50. Okay, and do I have a transaction coordinator fee? Yes, I do. And then you need to add, who is my transaction coordinator, right? So my TC is Shauna Teal. I thought it was Teal pen. Okay? And now I can, before I submit my green sheet, you can get a printable view and print it. Usually. Sometimes the computer doesn't cooperate, but usually you should be able to get a, see, I don't know why insecure content. Ugh.
How did you get to that screen?
I hit printable view right here, and on your own, it might allow it. It's not showing up anything here, but it works on my personal computer, so check it out if you want to print it out. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. You can make changes to this DA, which you should, every time something happens, like the closing date changes or the anything at all changes. You need to send an email to Christy and Shelby and let them know that there's a change to your DA. Okay? And you hit submit. I'm not gonna hit submit. Or you can hit save for later. And if I hit save for later, then it should show up when I go to find a green sheet. And I say, Last name was Buyer. It's not coming up. I'm not gonna worry about it. It was a fictitious green sheet. You get the idea. Just submit it. Don't worry about it. You just submit it and give it to the MCA. Okay?
Shows up on the dashboard under all.
Dashboard, it showed up for you? It was able to save it?
Yeah.
Under all. Oh, look at that. Wow, there it is, 123 Main Street. Learn something every day. Thank you so much. Go to all and find your green sheets. Okay, that's green sheets. Any questions on that? And no sooner have you learned how to do green sheets, we're gonna get moved over to commissions in command. But, you know, that's just the way life goes. So we just have to stay fluid. And in the meantime, you know what to do. All right.
So let me just verify.
Yes.
We do not need to do commissions in command. We can do them on this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been doing them?
No, we haven't.
Huh?
That's the problem. I have money sitting in escrow waiting to be paid out. Because I haven't done a green sheet.
Oh, naughty boy.
No kidding.
Mm.
I thought I had to do it in command.
Ah, no, it happens in green sheet. So hopefully you just did your green sheet while we were doing it. There you go.
Well, pretty close.
All right, so that takes us to the next portion, which is doing our file in command. So, no, console, let's try console. What is console? Yeah, this should be it, right? Command is agent.kw.com.
Marion, I got into it by, through console.command.kw.com, is that okay?
That's where it ends up,
KW.command.
but agent.kw.com is the same. So I think there's numerous
Yeah.
ways to get there, but when you're actually in command, yes, it says console.command.kw.com.
Thank you.
All right, so this is your front page to command, and it'll tell you, for instance, how many, how healthy your database is. So it's telling me that my database has a score of 55.8% for, I believe that's the number of addresses that I have in my database. So I got some work to do to get addresses happening, right? Or I have 73% with phone numbers, 98% with email. It says 7% with addresses and only 1% with neighborhoods. In other words, I've only set one person up to get a neighborhood snapshot. And here's my goals. So I have not yet filled in my command goals, but there is a way to do that. So another one of those things to explore in command. So for those of you who are new to command, let me just show you that when you click on the red KW, this little tab opens and tells you what the icons mean. You see that? So if you don't know what the icons mean yet, you can totally open this up and then you can shut it down again, right? You can just easily open up this little area to help you see that. So, like all these other kinds of websites, you can't break command. So you can go in here and play with it and browse around and learn something. And if you go into a new section every couple of days, you will learn a lot about command. And it'll give you wizards to help you set things up. And it'll help you this way. And then sometimes it's terribly obtuse and it's not very intuitive as to how to go forward. And you go, ugh, I don't know how to do this. And you might want to come to a Tech Taco Tuesday where you can ask questions about, okay, I tried to go in there, and how do I get there? Like the designs section is a little obtuse in how to work it. There's a lot of stuff there, but you gotta get yourself out of command and into the vendor that's providing all the, you know, Keller Williams isn't in the design business, so we partner with somebody who does all of our designs for us, and so they've got, we can actually go to that site through command to be able to create flyers and door hangers and all sorts of material that is actually in there. So don't be afraid to hit on the buttons and browse around and get familiar one step at a time. Right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into contacts, and we're gonna start a contact. Hopefully, you've already set up your contact, but just in case you haven't, well, we're just going to review that really quickly. Okay, and over here on the right is a big green button that says Add a Contact. See that? Yeah, so we're going to hit Add a Contact, and we can put the full name. So it's Barney Roll. And Barney's email address is Barney. Now this is where it gets tough, because command knows whether emails exist or not. And they know whether phone numbers are real, and it knows whether addresses are real. So it's kind of an interesting, so 808-573-1223. Mark as a lead or add to the sales pipeline. I don't know what it means to add to my sales pipeline. I haven't figured that one out yet. I'm going to add it to my sales pipeline to see what happens. Okay, do I give them any tags? So I have a tag in here called test. Where's my tag? No, it must be something else. It must be here. Add more information. I thought I had a test. Oh, where's my test tag? That's really weird. That's really weird. Okay. Well, we're going to make Barney a buyer. Very odd. Okay. And I'm going to create a contact. All right, now I've got Barney in my contacts. And it just automatically took me to opportunities. Probably because I made him, put him into my pipeline. So he should now appear here somewhere, and it would appear that he is here. Let's see who this is. Oh, excuse me, that was a seller. So the first row is listings, yeah? Second row is buyers. So I have, can't quite see my numbers. I have one person here in Cultivate, and I believe that's Barney. So I put him in the pipeline. That means I opened an opportunity for him. That's cool to know. I didn't know that, you see? You just check them and you get them in, now you don't, now I don't have to pull them in, otherwise I was gonna have to create an opportunity here, pull in Barney, and go that route. So he's already here. So now I can go, well, actually, he's already under contract, and I'm gonna drag him, see what I've done here? I simply drag the card from cultivate to contract. Opportunity has been moved, yes. So I'm gonna go to under contract, and there is sheesh, where'd he go? It's Betty Byer, it's Betty Byer. What happened to?
Betty Byer was the one you were dragging.
I was dragging Betty Byer, I didn't, oh, I thought so Barney didn't come in. Okay, well then that's good, so let's create an opportunity and find Barney. What happened to Barney? Create an opportunity. Too many B's and my eyesight has gotten really bad. So I am gonna go here, opportunity type is a buyer, owner is me, and here's the client. So I'm gonna type in the client's name and it should find him. There he is. Barney Rebel came right up. So I'm going to click on Barney and estimated close date, budget, commission rate, opportunity phase. Well, he's definitely not in cultivate, but what else have we got here? Opportunity stage is watch, or he's hot. He's hot. He's definitely hot. So he's very active and hot. Now I'm going to create this opportunity. And that gives me all of the file elements for an opportunity. Here's the client, here's the document, here's offers you can make, and here's commissions. Notice it's still gray. Still can't, it's not filled in for him yet. Though I believe it will come live once we put him under contract. So I could literally go in here and upload a document. Now what kind of document might I have for Barney as we are negotiating or as we are looking at properties?
Buyer broker.
Exactly, a buyer-broker agreement, and that would be right here. Here's my consultation folder, right? These are the folders that are available for my filing system. It's called consultation, under contract, and closed. So for consultation, you can tell that's where we are because it's green. I have a buyer-broker agreement and a buyer's disclosure that I could put here. I could put more things by simply adding an item. Hit the add the item, like if there's something else, like he gave me his trust. Gave me a copy of his trust already because he wants to put whatever he buys into his trust. I'm making it up, right? So whatever might be available, you can upload right there. We can now go in and we can fill out offers, but most of us aren't going through that route, because what happens if you make an offer and then it gets rejected and you don't buy that thing and then you make another offer? Now you're filling in a lot of command information, which you might want to know in the future, so you might see value in actually having command track. I wrote 3 offers for this guy and they're all in here, right? They're all noted, and we got into escrow on the 4th one. Or we just open a command folder, an opportunity for actually opening an escrow. I haven't quite pursued the finer points. I think this has a lot to do with if you're managing 20 people and you're showing 20 people houses and some of them are writing offers and you're trying to track where they're all at, now having a system that tracks your clients becomes really important, right? To help you manage it. And if it's all accurate in here, well then you know where this client is at. You just open their file and see what's happening here. Does that make sense? When you're just doing one offer with one client, it's probably not as crucial. Okay, so I'm just gonna go for the moment, I'm just gonna go back out to opportunities. So I'm just gonna click the opportunities icon, which is the two shaking hands. So I'm gonna go back out to the beginning because I want to show you how we can get, so we've now made, we think he's under active.
I think he's under con.
Barney Rebel, there he is. Barney Rebel is under active, see that? But we want to put him under contract. And the only way to get him there is this way. So I've gone back to the beginning, I clicked on the active folder, here's Barney under active, I'm going to drag him to under contract.
How did you get to the buyer's active?
I just clicked on the handshake,
Opportunity.
on the opportunity icon. That took me to my dashboard for opportunities. I went to the active, to my buyer's active folder, which had somebody in it. Do you see here, in the middle, active?
That's where she put Barney
That's where I had Barney,
as a buyer, right?
Okay.
right? And under active, I currently have only one person here. This person's negotiating. That's okay. But under contract, I can now go to under contract here, and sure enough, I should now have Barney here. There's Barney. Okay, so notice I can also move him to inspections and appraisal and financing. So if I wanted to move each person along and say, well, we're already in the inspection phase. So can you see the value if you had 5 or 7 or 10 of these, that you could just open this up and see who's in what phase of the process and how valuable that would be, right?
And what if the client is in more than one phase at the same time? Is that possible?
Well, most of them are. Your chances are you're getting your inspection and the appraisal is being done at the same time, but the appraisal isn't done yet, so I wouldn't put them into appraisal until the appraisal's done. In other words, to me, appraisal means it's done. And then there's financing. That to me would mean they got approved. Right? So you have to decide for yourself, what does each category mean so that you move somebody along and so that you can visually go, just see very clearly how many have I got where, who have I got where. So you can see the more you play with this and move people along, the more it can make more sense to you, right? Okay, so we're going to go back into Barney. We think. Oh dear, I've challenged it. So I'm just going to go back. It could just be stuck. There we go. So let's go into Barney. Okay. I'm going to get out. When in doubt, get out. This is true for zip forms, this is true for Paragon, this is true for any large program. When it's not working for you, get out and start again. So I want to get all the way back to home. I'm going to get out of this opportunity section. And I'm going to start again and go back to opportunities. Okay, and I'm with buyers, and I put Barney under contract. So there's my 4 under contract folders right there. And I'm going to open Barney, yay, it worked, okay. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to add documents. Now keep in mind, here's your general information. You can certainly click on the pencil icon and add the property information and add more information as you feel appropriate. That's up to you. Your broker is only going to care about what's in the documents, okay? I would imagine that at some point, we're going to ask you for buyer's information right here so that we have it easily accessible, but right now, we're still using our escrow instruction sheet. All right, so I'm going to documents. And we've already looked at that we can upload the buyer-broker agreement here and the buyer disclosure here and anything else that we want. And now we go under contract. So I'm changing the file folder here, right? This is really important that you remember that there's these file folders here. And you can see that my timeline's gonna go there, and here's my escrow instructions, and here's the purchase contract fully executed, and here's the counter offer signed by both parties, and here's an addendum 1 and an addendum 2 and amendment 3 and addendum 4, however many there might be. Lead-based paint addendum, and these are all the documents that could possibly be attached to a purchase contract. And to remind you of our list, you remember the transaction checklist. The transaction checklist is what was in .loop, and we had the option to enter any document that was pertinent to this particular transaction, right? None of these documents are required. They may become soon, because there are some documents that should be required, and everybody should know that. So like a timeline, an escrow instruction sheet, a purchase contract, just some basic elements that should be there. But does your transaction require a survey? I don't know. I can't make a survey required. You might not need a survey. This might be a condo. There is no survey, right? Do you see where I'm going? So some documents may become required, but right now none of them are. You need to know what documents you need to enter, because every document that pertains to your transaction needs to be here. Your broker is going to look at the transaction checklist. They're going to start by reading your contract and seeing what's required in the contract. And then they're going to go, oh, there's a survey here. I wonder if the survey is included, right? And I go down, I go, no survey. What happened to the survey? That's how we know what to ask for. We simply review your contract and go, what should be here? So you enter the documents as you receive them. So now how do you do that? It is so awesomely simple. Watch this. We're going to go to add a file, click right over here, and it says you can either drag a file or you can click on this and it'll take you to your computer browser. So if you just downloaded something and you have something in your download folder, well, we can go right here and go, that's, and I hit, see, there it is, and I now go assign. Document successfully added. Get this nice green bar up there, and lo and behold, I get a document right here. And I can go right in here and I can look at it. Now, I don't know what I just downloaded, so I hope I don't have somebody's, well, just take it off the screen right away. Whatever it was. It's not coming up anyway. Okay, it's an invoice or something, so we don't need that. And here's the X up here, or you can trash it. You can say, no, that's the wrong document. What was I thinking? That's not what I want. No, why won't it click there? There we go. Consolecommand.com wants to download multiple files. Block. I don't want to do that. I want to go this way. So now I've closed it down. I go to these three little dots in this box right here, and I say remove this. I pull the wrong document. And I love this feature. .loop used to not allow us to do that, right? .loop made us archive, or God knows whatever happened to that document. This actually lets us remove documents, so that's really cool. So another way to do this is you're in your email, and in your email, you're going to get a signed purchase contract, whatever document you're getting from whomever, and you're going to download it, right? And it appears right here. So now I can go to my command folder, watch this. I open the counter offer, because let's assume I just downloaded the signed counter offer. Watch this. I drag it. And there it goes. It's gonna upload. Come on, don't make me look like a fool. Is it still working? Why is this not assignment selected? Remember that you can upload or assign just one document. Manual, custom folders, drag and drop here, cancel. Let's do that again. Add a file. Here is the, why won't it take? This works really well most of the time. I don't understand
Does it
why.
need to be a PDF?
That could be. That's a good point. Is this a PDF? Let's download this one. Get that one. I don't know, but let's try. Let's see if that's what it is. Well, it certainly liked it better, didn't it? So the other one was a Word document that wasn't uploading. But here, I now sign it, and it uploads successfully. Tells me that with the green bar at the top. And, except where is it? It should appear right here. Okay, it just took a while. So now I've got it in there twice. Whoops, I don't need it twice. I can delete it once, right? Remove it, yes, remove. But there's my document. That's how quickly it uploads. So you don't have to save it onto your computer. I love that. I love that I don't have to create a file on my desktop or a file for the transaction and save the thing and then re-save it to somewhere else. I can just drag it from my email. All I have to do is hit download. It appears at the bottom of my screen. I can just drag it in. So, makes sense, right? And if you're doing a transaction or you're suddenly, like Chris is gonna do a whole bunch of uploading all at once, right? You open your command file and you just go to all your emails and you download and download and you drag it in and you drag it in. And it doesn't take a whole lot of time to upload your files. It's pretty cool. So these are all the under contract files. So these are all the